when the word say for us to come out from amongst them, okay, I mean, you have to understand that we are training ourselves on every level B, so that when you learning, you always learning on levels of 3. And you have to understand this is happening cellularly. So we don't have to really have things like cancer and stuff, boo, but it's how we operate our being, is how our body is going to respond. So if you don't want cancer inside of you, you got to start to come out from amongst the ways of the world, the ways that people outside of you do, because their way doesn't work for you. And that's why people get cancers and things like that, because we are trying to do things that are not what we need to be doing for the cell that we are in the body. And so we start to kill ourselves because we're trying to do what other cells do, which may come natural to them, but they don't come natural to, the individual cell that I am. And so you got to be able to tap in and see yourself that way. Otherwise, you're going to keep on being devoured by, disease and all of these different calamities. But when you begin to intensify with that relationship with that eye, you start to electrify. And when you start to feel that, like tingles and numbness and, different things, and that it's not you, because you go to your doctors and make sure you're not having no strokes, and making sure that you are in the healthiest state that you could be. Not, I'm in the midst of crisis and I'm gonna attribute this to the God body thing. No, I'm not saying that in any kind of way. What I'm saying is that when you are in this peaceful state where you are at stasis, and you will begin to feel yourself as you tap in more with that eye coming more and more alive. And that's the best way I could describe it, because it's a different resonance than the pins and needles I used to feel because of circulation. This is a different type of energy. But when you are sensitive to energy, then you can feel the energy that is, moving through you. And I mean, that's the part of our responsibilities, to know that I so well that your energy, what is attached to you, what is taking from you, because you can always trace your energy. So if your energy is being spread around in any kind of way, you are sensitive enough, if you turn on, to know in which directions your energy is being spread out. And you'll begin to see, the people who are commingling with your energy. And this doesn't have to be a negative or a positive thing. It is just the order of operation thing. So you put it how it fits. You can't, don't try to make a thing be a negative thing or a positive thing. Let it be what it is, and then lay the principles over your life and see where that type of stuff is happening, because this is how we train ourselves cellularly. When we start to learn to come out from amongst energies where we don't want our energy spread. So if, for example, it's a group of people that commingle in your energy and they spread your energy around, well, they're distributing your energy into places where it pulls away from the positive part of your charge. And so you have to hold on to your positive energy through everything. The difference between a double negative, a God body thing, is that we came out of double negative, so we are a positive charge, absolute. We already encompass all of that was negative, and so the only expression that we have is down as the positive charge. And so for people who start to understand what charge you carry, and not trying to make yourself something different than you are, it's just whatever the fuck you are, that's what the fuck it is. But you got to be that real with it, so that energies can start to align where they need to go. Because when you can put yourself with the proper energies around you, you don't have to have cancers no more. Because the cells are doing the same thing we do. We are the cells in the body of God. Our cells are mimicking us. This is a mirroring image thing. So if you want to begin the healing process in that I am, then you have to come out from amongst other energies. You got to come inside of that eye and start to activate again, so that you can then get your body back into its alkaline state. And then these acidic things they will not be able to stay in your energy, because the energy that you're letting off, it is counterproductive to what they're going to do. And if you are operating in the positive charge, well, then there's no way they can outpower you. You are positive absolute. So the more energy that comes at you, the more positive your charge becomes. You become very large and explosive, because you are being, and in everyday life is where people are being able to manipulate people, because they know that you carry this charge, but they know that the charge can get so big. Like anything, too much of anything it's never been a good thing. So it's like, imagine that you have to live your life always with this positive charge, but then you still have all the negativity surrounding you. So now it's like your charge is always getting bigger. And so if you don't start to take command over that positive charge, because you recognize that is that I am, that energy that you project out into the world, well, you're going to always have people on the fringes. They'll never really be able to come in. And if it is your matching energy, you could be repelling what you need, because you don't understand the difference, because it's not the same as me. And you realize that it's something different about certain beings. And because you can't put your finger on it and you can't really remanufacture it, it's because it is a different charge that operates different beings. And if you are in strange company, well, you're always going to have this positive and negative battle. And so it's like when you draw on the battle lines, it's like you got to tell the truth and stop lying, because we do have the ability to save the whole wide world. We just got to get in where we really, truly do fit in. Whatever side that be, negative or positive, this is no judgment in this thing. I mean, it's like you got to live your way, because that's your charge. Who the fuck else you gonna be? I mean, we cannot have it our way. This ain't motherfucking Burger King. I cannot tell you how your cell is supposed to operate, like you cannot tell me. We are individual cells in this body, but when we work in our proper order and operation, well, then we can come together with having tempered our own energies, becoming one with that I within. Like that's why I told you that your twin flame is on the inside of you. It is the greater I and the outer eye coming together. It's like you and your cellular body is saying, okay, we just one thing. And we got to be this one thing for us to have life everlasting. It is the promise that's been given to us, and it's the promise that is the truth. But if we don't do what it is that we got to do, then we're going to keep on acting like the world, and we're going to be dead, burying the dead, and that's the motherfucking truth. And so no matter what the world can offer you or what they take away, boo, it really does not matter, because you do not need it for you. Every need I have is supplied, and I don't have a fucking thing. And I say thank you every day to that I am within. And the more grateful I am to that I am, the more grateful I be, and more graceful that I am is with me. Entrusting me with more liberty to take more and more command of the dominion and power that he originally gave to me. But he has to temper and make sure that I can handle the responsibility. And so when people come into your energy and they are seeking something out of your charge because they have a need, they learning to live, searching for the thing outside instead of being just that I am. Not trying to fit where you don't belong, just being where you be. Not worrying about how somebody else does because somebody else just ain't me. realizing that when I take command over that I have taken command over my cellular body, my friend, and now I can operate in such a way that no matter what the fuck has been plaguing me, with the dominion and power that God gave me, I can command my cell to be all that it can be. Now you have the power to do the same thing too, but the choice is on you. I mean, you got to open up your eyes, realize what is it that you are willing to do. It is by your will be that you become anything, but you can't know your will, boo, if you don't know you. If you don't know that I and I are synonymous, my friend, that I and me are the same damn thing, that when you see the Father, who else could it be? We are cells in this living body of God you see. And every day to a world that doesn't give a damn about anything. You are giving up your God-given identity to act like something outside of me. Where they do that at? I mean, do you understand where you are in the galaxy, where you function at this fucking low of a level? And you want to be considered for anything. You vilify gods because like you, they don't want to be. They know how to stand in their divinity and they take all of their authority. You got to understand, fool, that this worldly stuff that you do, it does not have effect on the God body be. You have to understand, we take and we use your negative energy. We ground down into you. We make sure we know you negative too. Give you every chance to let us see your positivity, but you keep on showing up negative around me. And how do I know? Because you don't know how to blend in with my positivity, and it is very hard for you to stay in my motherfucking company. And so you begin to see the cancerous and cankerous cells that are in your vicinity. And if you don't cut them off, baby, guess what they are going to be? The cancer that causes cancer to you too, boo, because they're just trying to hitch a ride along because they want some of that positive charge, boo. Because you trying to operate in the best version of you. And instead of them doing it for themselves, well, they just want to teeth a little bit off of you. Till they get their full. But then when their stomachs is touching their back again, then they want to come around and then be your friend. And you wonder, like, do they not think that the God body can see this? I am one from within with that I you see. I mean, all encompass one in me. I mean, at the end of the day, the great I you see. I'm not talking about this motherfucking thing that you see on TV. I'm talking about the real genuine article, the great I inside of me. And at the end of the day, if you can't resonate on that level, okay, I mean, I feel sorry for you, boo, because you know what the fuck you're going to do. And you wasted your time trying to act too, because acting ain't going to get you through. You got to truly know how to do. You got to know that I can't look outside for a motherfucking thing because ain't nothing outside going to ever be able to get me to me. You have to know that I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. And don't nobody come to the Father except by way of me. Only way of entry be. And at the end of the day, you haven't taken the time to get to know yourself, okay? You still trying to be what somebody else say. You're going to have a real hard time finding your motherfucking way. Because you were trying to be an actor on a stage. I mean, stealing people's identities and everything. But at the end of the motherfucking day, do you know that the God body don't give a fuck about nothing in this world, okay? Every worldly possession, I would gladly give them away. Because at the end of the day, what do they really mean when the difference is between life and death, my friends? See, you chose the deadly thing. You wanted what you can touch and see. For me, no. God gave me a lot of pretty things to look at, B, but at the end of the motherfucking day, I never needed the motherfucking brass ring. I never needed to be in the front of you. I always led from behind, because that's what real leaders do. At the end of the day, ain't nobody going to say they got away, because ain't nobody fucking behind me. Because if they is, you know who they are, my friend, and they wasn't coming anyway. So you need to wake up to these motherfucking realities. That is a lot of people out here, you know, pointing out the challenges of the world, you see. But How many of them telling you that the only solution is me? How many of them telling you that it's something somebody else got to do? No, baby. The way you heal cancer and almost every other disease is you stop worrying about what the fuck is going on outside of you. And you turn that love around and you put that bomb of Gilead on you, B. I mean, you love yourself through and through. You don't be mean or disrespectful to nobody, and that's the motherfucking truth. But you don't put the interests of nobody before you. And I say this, B, not egoically. I'm talking about that greater I on the inside. But only those who are activated even have a moniker of an idea of what I'm speaking of, my friend. I told you I'm not here for most of you. I am here for the chosen few. So you never gonna come to me off, B. The day you come to me, you are ready on, because it's got to be 2 or 3 gathered in my name for us to do this thing publicly so that the whole wide world can see that we are a true and living God body, B. But it takes a lot of courage to stand up and be me. To shut out what the world say, find your perfect peace inside, rebalance yourself, calibrate and heal, okay? It take a little bit of time, but time ain't no real thing. And if we begin to take command over that I am, then we take command over everything. See, this is why I'm such a threat. This is why it's only an inch of you who will ever see these videos from me. I mean, I promise you most of them is behind locked doors. Where letter campaigns is watching to see. Because they want to be able to disseminate the information. They don't really want it to come from me. Counting on the fact that I was going to have all this grace and this mercy. Didn't realize that I had no power over reciprocity. Because they look past the most important parts. Can't nobody change the law, not even me. You have to understand that you have stepped in a very, very, very treacherous terrain, my friends. And God is really about to step right on in. We are approaching the moment, my friend. But it's those that say that they chosen okay, but I mean, I be on here scouring, but I don't see nobody really doing that activating thing or telling people how to activate, you see. And if you are, put it. God ain't give you no spirit of fear. So if you chosen, my dear, you know you can stand in your authority. You know there is nothing in this world that can stand up to that I am, my friend. You are an ark bearer of the Most High God, be. There is nothing that exists that can go before that I am, you see. And not stand again, be. What? No opponent is going to be left on the boards, my friend. When he say fry, he going to mean fry in the fucking end. And at the end of the day, like I said, only the true and living God body gonna know how to activate. And if you can't see, it's like Jacob's Ladder's be, you gotta take it step by step. So that's why I told you, God opened up the escalator for your chosen few, boo. I mean, we ain't gonna have to take as many steps as you gonna have to take, boo. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is you can be as big and bad as you want to be over these motherfucking internet airwaves and do whatever it is you want to do. But how is that going to serve you when that sun of righteousness start raining down, bro? How you going to feel when you working your job ain't even enough to buy you food? You have to understand cycles, my friend. And if the bottom is mirroring the bottom, where you think they going to end? At the end of the day, I say moving triangles, okay? It's easier that way. least you can find your way up and out of everything. But them motherfucking circles, you know, them cliques and them friends, you'll find your fucking self trapped in forever and ever. Amen. No way to get away. 360 degrees of a circle trapped in forever and ever, my friends. I mean, it's a horrible fate in a fucking sun that's just gonna continue to shake and motherfucking bake. But hey, you know, do what the world say. Have it your way. Just like motherfucking Burger King. But if you come into that eye, he say, it's gonna be my way or the motherfucking highway. So, get ready, my friends. I mean, open up your eyes. Find that eye. I mean, because this time is getting short. And there's a lot of steps to take to get to the place of mastery, where you're going to have that master key ready to open up you on the day when you need to be. And if you don't get in line and do what God say with me, well, you're going to be an out of order cell, a cancerous thing. And what God about to send through, it's going to remove all the cancer, boom. Because the day that he rid this place of this cancer, you know what our cells going to do? They going to come back to life. Because they ain't never going to be fed again by the lyceum. Come on, come on.